Hello, everybody. I'm Thomas, and welcome back to another Soul Gaming Sunday stream. This week, Turing Machine. Fan favorite. I'm going to be happy to be playing this again. I play this game pretty much every day. I love this game so much. Not really much to say besides let's just get right into it. I'm using my iPad and the website to be generating challenges again. I'm going to be, whoops, not doing that, doing a custom game. I'm going to try to just do standard today. Maybe I'll work my way up to hard, but I'm probably just going to stick around the standard difficulty. And I'll start with 4 cards. So let me go ahead and generate that and set that, I don't know, over there. I'll flash the game code if anybody wants to see that. I'll post it in the timestamps afterwards. But yeah, let me go ahead and get this set up. But yeah, I'm really happy to be playing this some more. It's by far my most popular Soul Gaming Sunday stream, and this is just one of my favorite games, hands down. I'm really happy to be playing it again. Pascal says good luck. Thank you. It should hopefully go pretty good. We'll see. Like I said, I play this game a decent amount, so hopefully I've gotten a little bit better at it, but we'll see how it goes. That's why I'm going to be sticking in standard. Hard is hard. I've played some of it in the past, but still not too good at it. But this I should be able to do without making too much of a fool of myself. So let me finish getting these set up real quick, and then we'll kind of dive right into it. Okay, gotta get a couple more of these out. Still takes a little bit to set up and tear down, but it's just the price to pay for this game, and I think it's worth it. So it's not terrible compared to other games of like set up and tear down when you think about it. And plus, because like these games just don't take very long, so you could play them. You know, they take like I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes for each one. So and it kind of sucks that the set up and tear down is like a minute, but a minute or two. I guess it takes a little bit longer than that. Last one. 7:43. I also like taking my time because I've set these up incorrectly in the past, and that is not fun when you go through a whole thing and you get to the end and you're like, well, this can't be because these things like don't work out, and you like come across some contradiction. You go back through and you figure out, oh, you just wasted 15 minutes of your own time because you didn't set up the stuff already. Yuri did pretty good last time, I see. Thank you. I mean, I think so. There were some things I missed. But yeah, so let's just get right into this first game. I made this little thing. I can post this file if someone wants it. It's just a basic, because I like writing down my initial deductions. And I want to be better about that. So I made this little like card thingy so I can write down the initial deductions for any. So I'm going to start out by doing that. Like I do that every game. See what initial deductions, what can I figure out without even asking a question? What kind of would contradict something, or what would make something useless if it was something, I guess. Which with these, I'm not really seeing much of any. Maybe this one, if yellow was the largest, would that do anything for that? I don't think so. Because yellow could be the largest, and it could be like 3, 4, 5. All those would work, so it wouldn't really eliminate anything there. Evens or odds, that wouldn't eliminate anything of these. I mean, it can never really be a triple number. If it was a double number, that still wouldn't eliminate anything. I think there are no initial deductions for this one because there's not anything for A, not anything for B. There's really never any for like the even or odd ones. And D's, there's usually some initial deductions for sometimes, or not D in general, but this card specifically when it comes to like double or triple numbers, I'm not seeing any. So I'll just say that there are no initial deductions to be made this round. Let me know if that is incorrect. Since I really have nothing to go off of, I'm gonna just do my classic 1, 2, 3 starting, and we'll see how this goes. So let me mark that down over here. I also got a new marker moving up in the world. It's like a fine tip marker, so my handwriting's still gonna be bad, but it should be more legible, hopefully. So let's see, let's test this first one. So is square less than 4? It is not. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So that is a fail. So we just know that either square is going to equal 4 or square is going to be greater than 4. One of those two things are true. We still got to narrow that down. As far as which is the largest, we could check circle, but it seems like it might be square at this point. Circle is not the largest. That came back a fail. So over here, let me mark off B. So we know that it's either going to be square or triangle is the largest. Good enough, as long as I got something marked down for that. That's all that counts. And then what else do I want to know? The even or odds would be nice. The double would also be nice. I think the double that's one I can maybe save to the end. So let me ask the even or odd and see what I get with that, because I'll get an answer regardless. So that came back an X. So that means I gave it 2 odd numbers and it came back an X. So that means there's more even than odd. So there's, right, yeah, so I do, that was an X. So there's more even than odd because I gave it more odd than even. That is incorrect. Pascal, you said, I think it can't be a triple number because of B test. You are correct. I think I mean, I could be wrong in this. I've played this game a lot. I don't think it can never be a triple number. I've never seen a triple number be the answer. I don't think it's possible because if it was, if you knew this was a triple number, you would not need any of these tests. So I think it is because of B, but also if it was, I guess you wouldn't necessarily know this right off the bat or this. It would definitely contradict that. But normally if there's, I've never seen it be a triple number. I don't think it's possible with how the game works. But maybe if you get to like the hard and extreme scenarios, it might be. But at least in the standard stuff, I don't think it's possible. I think it's just on here mainly for completion's sake. I could be wrong too, but that's my understanding. I've never run across a triple number before. I always just kind of assume for this it's either double or no repetition. So 1, 2, 3, we've asked all of this first round. Let's go ahead and just kind of switch the order then. So, because square might be the largest. So I'm gonna make square 5. And then what else do I want to test? I don't know D yet, but I think D I can wait till the end for. So yeah, I'm just gonna do like 5, 4, 3. No, well, this is wrong. 4, 5. As long as it's not the greatest. 2, I don't know, it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. So let me write that down over here, 452. And I need to test A first. Oh boy, this isn't good. Okay, so it came back a fail. And that was if square is greater than 4, and it is not. So, square's gotta be 4. It's the only answer. So square is 4. It's definitely not anything else. Now, is square the largest? What would that tell me? Because we know square is 4, so we got one even number. And did I? No, wait, I marked the wrong one down because I didn't ask C, I asked D, right? And there was no... No, I did ask C. Never mind. I'm saving D for the end, that's right. So I don't know if there's a double number. I do know there's more even than odd. If there's a 4 already, so that means there could be multiple 4s. So like it could be like 2, 4, 2 or something like that. Would knowing square's the largest, would that help me? I guess it would, because then I would know, well, kind of. Because then I know we still couldn't be double 4s. Well, it couldn't be anyway. There can't be other 4s because we don't even know if square's the largest. I don't want to ask though, but I think I need to. Because I don't know. Square or triangle? If triangle was the largest, then it would have to be 5 for triangle. And then that means... And then that means circle would either have to be 3 or 1. Or no. It would just have to be 2. I was thinking if the sum was even. No, it's just even numbers. My bad. So 5, 4, 2, that would work. And that's only one answer. But we still don't know. There's too much stuff I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to just guess too much. I'm just going to ask, is square the largest? It is. Okay. Might have pushed me over in questions, but I think I have enough to solve. Let me set that up there or something. So I asked B, and it came back true. So square is the largest. which means a couple things, that neither of these are 5. If square is the largest, that means neither of them are 4, which is good. We know one of them is going to be a 2. I think they both have to be 2s, right? Let me zoom in here a bit. Because the only question I haven't asked is there a double number? If it came back no, there's no double number, then I know there's more evens, so it could be 2, 4, 3. It could be 2, 4, 1. It could be 1, 4, 2, or 3, 4, 2, and all of those would be valid. But if I asked that, is there a double number, and it came back yes, there is a double number, there's only one answer that works. That's more evens than odds, and that's 2, 4, 2. And I think that's the answer. I think 2, 4, 2 is the answer. Because square is equal to 4. Square is the largest. There's more even than odds. I don't know for sure about the double number, but if it came back there isn't a double number, then there's too many valid answers. But there's only one valid answer if there is a double number, and I think that is what I have here. So let me mark it at the top here. 2, 4, 2. I'm locking that in. Let's see if I am correct or not. I guess I'll zoom in over here. Or no, I'll just keep it here. Do machine 2, 4, 2. And the moment of truth, did I get it right? Thank goodness I did. Okay, cool. So now did I beat the machine? That's the real question. So I got those wrong, got that one wrong, and that one correct. I'm not feeling confident I beat the machine, but we'll see. I got it in 5. Did I beat them? I tied with them, so that is a victory. Yeah, it only took them 5, took me 5, and in these cases, in a tie, I win. So cool, off to a good start. Standard 5 cards, that will be my next one. I'll show the game code real quick if anybody's curious. Once again, after the stream, I will post this in the comments and like the timestamps and whatnot, because I always like timestamping out the videos. So yeah, we tear this down and I will set up the next one. Pascal said, well done, thank you. Yeah, felt pretty confident in my answer at the end. I didn't feel confident in the number of questions I took to get there, but because I felt a bit unlucky. It took me 2 tries with this one, so I wasn't sure if that was going to be too many, but turned out okay. So off to a good start. Let me put these away. I was right about those initial deductions, but once again, if someone's watching this in the future and see some initial deductions I missed, definitely comment below and yell at me and tell me how dumb I am and how I should have easily saw those initial deductions a mile away. Oh, see ya, Pascal. I will definitely have fun. This is, like I said, one of my favorite games. I play this pretty much every day. There's a daily challenge, so I still been keeping up on that. I'm going through these really slow. It's because I'm talking too much. But yeah, it's a fun game. So let me get these new cards out here. $15 and $16. Oh man, crazy. Okay, and we get these out. Wow, card number 1. I don't see that one pop up too often. Let me get that a little bit more in shot there. There we go. All right, so we're moving up to the 5 verifier cards. So yeah, as we move up in verifier cards, there will be a lot better chance of there being initial deductions. So that's why there really wasn't any last time, is because we just didn't have that many cards out. But there will probably be some this time, and I imagine a lot with the 6 verifier cards. Is that 18 and 20? Making sure I got these all right, because like I said, I don't want to mess these up. That would be unfortunate. So we got 1, 14, 16, 18, 20. Golden. Okay. Get these all out real fast. 359. Boom. 415, 418. Can't even read. 374. Boom. What else we got? 424. And let's set this off to the side. I guess it doesn't need to be like on screen right now. And 273 is the last one. Okay, finally all set up. I apologize, it takes a minute or two to set up and tear down, but it's just the nature of the beast with this game. Guess I need to wipe my previous sheet over here, along with my initial deductions, a little custom sheet. Probably shaking the camera in the process, my bad. Whatever, it's all right. Cool, well done. So, initial deductions, what do we have going on here? Let me see. Okay, I think there's one. Double check that. Surprisingly, I think there's only one. Because there's usually not many with these two. I don't really think I've ever seen initial deductions that could be made with these. But yeah, how many even and odd numbers there are, and if the sum is even or odd. Usually there are some with this one. I don't think there is this time around. I think the only initial deduction that I can find is that triangle can't be 1, because if it was 1, then this card would be useless, because this card is testing which is the smallest. Triangle is 1. Triangle, well, yeah, it would have to be the smallest. Because I was going to say, okay, but there could be 2 1s if there's a double number, which there still could be a double number, but there is, because this card exists, there has to be a smallest number, not like tied for the smallest, a smallest number. So I think that's all that can be said. It's just triangle cannot be equal to 1. So right there, triangle cannot equal 1. It's my initial deduction guess for B. I don't think there is any, because even if this was 1, I mean, oh, if this came back true as being smaller, it doesn't necessarily mean that's 1. And none of these really eliminate anything with that. So I don't think there's anything for B. I don't think there's anything for C. D, I don't think so. C and D, like I said, I don't really see initial deductions for those 2 cards, really ever that I can think. And then E, usually there's some, but for this case, I don't see any. So that's my initial deduction. Let me know if I missed any. And I'll go ahead and just get started here. So something with triangle not equaling 1. So I can't do my classic 1, 2, 3 starter. That's out the window. I'll go with 4, 3, 2. Change it up a little bit. You know what? No, I'll do 3, 1, 4 for pi. There we go. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good starting code. That'll at least get me some answers, hopefully, that I'm looking for. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and test definitely A first. Get this actually properly lined up, and we got a check mark. So I don't know why I even tested that. I just wasn't thinking. I'm not gonna count that because I already knew the answer is that triangle couldn't be equal to 1. But I just tested it. I don't know, because I knew it from my initial deduction, but it's just instinctively, I don't know. I always go with A first, I guess. I don't know. I'm not writing that one down. I already knew the answer to that. I was just zoning out there for a second. So the smallest is not square. The smallest is not square. So B came back a fail. So it's either going to be triangle or circle is the smallest. And I'm writing this in the wrong spot. Fantastic. All right. Equals smallest. There we go. Where's my little eraser rag? Get this out of here. Okay. So square is not the smallest. So that means square is not 1. It can't be 1. Okay. That's something. Yeah, I'm gonna act like I didn't test that A earlier, because I did. My initial deduction was on point. So I guess I do want to know, I guess any of these really, I don't know. E, test E. Ooh, spicy. E came back a fail. So that means there's a double number. E failed, so that means E has a double number. So that just also means whatever number isn't the smallest, that's what number is doubled. So it's going to be, well, yeah, I don't know the order yet, but if it's triangle is the smallest, it'll be smallest the pair or the pair and then the smallest. Yeah, let me do one more test, I guess. I will go with, I don't know which of these would be better, C or D, because they both tell me something. I kind of want to know this one, probably C more. Let me see, that came back a fail. So I gave it, what did I give it? 2 odds and an even, and it came back a fail. So that means there's more evens than odds. C failed. That means there's more evens than odds. Triple checking I'm correct in everything I've done so far. Think so. Okay. So I at least need to know the smallest. And from there, I should be able to figure out the rest. We'll see. Go with this and that. I don't know what number. I guess something with triangle being the smallest, but triangle's not going to be 1. Triangle can't be 1. So I guess I should have marked that off too. So maybe circle is the smallest and circle will just be 1. So maybe it'll be something like 2, 2, 1. That's my guess. 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, 1. All right, let's see how this goes. So 2, 2, 1, I just really want to know what's the smallest. And from there, I should be able to figure out the rest. So yeah, this came back a fail with circle being the smallest. So that means triangle is the smallest. So that came back a fail for B. That means triangle is the smallest. Which means a couple of things. That means it's not the triangle is 2, but if it was, let me zoom in here. I'm gonna just be doing a lot of work down here. Okay. Because this is enough to, I think, figure it out. Because triangle is the smallest, so circle definitely can't be 1. If triangle is the smallest, triangle can't be 5. This we know. Now, if triangle was 2, that means these couldn't be 2. So these definitely can't be 2. Okay. We know there's more evens than odds. So that means either everything has to be even, more evens than odds. So I think that means regardless. Yeah, regardless, if there's more evens than odds, the double number that's not triangle has to be, so square and circle have to be 4 and 4, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because if there's more evens than odds, there has to be at least 2 evens. If there's at least 2 evens, these can't all be the same, and it wouldn't be able to split it up like triangle and square or triangle and circle, because this is a pair. So these have to be 4 and 4. That seems right. But then, so the one I haven't asked, verifier D, is the sum even or odd. And I think we'll find that with the answer given, or with the options left, well, shoot, because it can't be 4 either. So I do need to ask that, because it's down to it. Or I could just guess and it's a 50-50 shot. Because at this point, I don't know. It could be 344 or 244. I've asked 4 questions so far, but 4 is usually like 4 is like the bottom. Like once you get past 4, you're risking the machine beating you. Like 4 is like the minimum the machine does. I don't think I've ever seen it get it in 3. So once you get past 4, I start risking losing, but I don't know because it's a 50-50 shot. Well, 221. This sum is currently odd. Yeah, I'll just ask it. I don't want to do a 50-50 shot. Sum is odd. This comes back a check mark. So the sum is odd, which is good to know. So that was D. D came back a check mark. The sum is odd, so right now it's 8, so that means it has to be 3, because then the sum would be 11. And with that, I think... No, I know the answer is 344. I don't think that. I know that, because I asked a series of questions to random analog computers, and they told me so. Let's see if I'm right. I hope I am. 344. That is correct. I figured as much, but did I get it in enough questions? That's the question. Whoops, I didn't do that. Well, I did do that, but no, not really. So that's that. That's a good one. This one I messed up. And moment of truth, was 5 enough? Should I have taken the 50-50 shot? I didn't beat the machine. I should have taken the 50-50 shot because I would have beaten them then. Maybe I had a 50-50 chance to. That's unfortunate. It was because I had to ask B twice, but there was no... Maybe there was initial deduction I missed. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Like I said, if I miss any initial deductions, yell at me, call me stupid, just let me know, because I'm always curious about what I miss on things like this. But yeah, so that was let me make sure that was a solo standard 5 card. So that's what we're going to do. Again, here's the game code. If anybody wants to follow along, once again, I will have it in the comments / timestamps afterwards. So be on the lookout for that. And I gotta take a second to put this all away like usual. First I gotta sort it out. See if I can speed through this a little bit quicker. Just let you vibe out with the lo-fi music while I do this. Okay. I also sleeved all of these verifier cards because I played this game enough that I'm like starting to see wear and tear on these. I don't know if they make sleeves that are like rectangular that I could use for these, and that would take a lot of sleeves. So I don't even know if that's something I would want to do. But yeah, this didn't take too many. There's only like 50 of these, and I don't know, these are the most important thing anyway, I think, of least having clean cards. So let me deal out this new one. We're using 1 again. Okay. As I say, I never really see that card appear, and it's appeared 2 games in a row, but just how it goes sometimes. Get 15 out. That's okay. That's a larger one, not a smaller. We got the even and odd one again. Okay. We got 18. That's that one again. Okay. I should have just looked at this beforehand because I took a lot of these away that were pretty much the same. Oh well. I'll remember that for next time to actually look at what verifiers I need for this next round, because I could have kept like 3 of those out there. But these still probably changed anyway, so gotta do these. Put that there. Yeah, if you're following along at home, you can start looking for initial deductions while I do this, but there's probably some. Maybe. Maybe there's not. Maybe you could solve the whole thing without asking a single question. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's possible. I don't know the fewest I've asked to get this in, but maybe 3. I don't think I've ever done 1 and 2, at least on standard. On easy, that might be a separate story, but 424. I'm just trying to get these out as quick as possible. And one more, 669, okay. Final one and done, okay. I also don't want to speed through that too quickly because like I said, I don't want to mess up putting those cards out because that would just be super frustrating to happen. I guess I also need to wipe this stuff over here. I don't know if I think I mentioned this last time. This normally doesn't come laminated, but I highly recommend laminating a few of these if you play this game a lot. Just makes it a lot simpler just to wipe them and stuff like that, and makes it a lot more reusable so you don't go through a ton of sheets, because that'll happen if you play this game enough. I don't even have like a lamination like machine. I just have like little sheets of like lamination I just use to stick on it. Works good. So, all right, initial deductions. Let's see what there is. I guess I could also, I have a little, there we go. I can zoom in a bit more on this. At least, you know, while I'm trying to figure out these initial deductions. I don't think there's many with this one. I think there's only one. Now this is, I think I found like a possible second, but I think it's not a real initial deduction. It's like a fake one, because it's like only like a partial initial deduction. If it only like partially removes the card, it doesn't work. So I'll explain my thought process. So I think the only initial deduction that I see so far is just that comes with this one with the larger. Which one's the largest? Triangle can't be the largest, because if triangle was the largest, once again, if the largest being, you know, it's not in a pair, it's just the largest number, that means that this card wouldn't be needed, because then we would know if it's the largest, it has to be at least greater than 1. So for B, triangle cannot be largest. Now, the half deduction I was kind of talking about is for A. And if we go with A and we're like, hey, we give it a 1. Is triangle a 1? And it comes back, yeah, triangle is a 1. We would know with this one that triangle isn't the largest, but we still don't know which of these two is. And I think I've fallen into that trap before. That's not really it's not really an initial deduction. If it doesn't completely eliminate a card, doesn't really count. You could kind of use that info later, but doesn't count for initially getting stuff out of the way. So yeah, I don't think there's anything for A. B, like I said, I got that down. Triangle can't be the largest. C and D, like I said, I don't really think there can be initial deductions for those. Yeah, at least right off the bat, I don't think that's possible. Never seen it. And then finally for E, no pair or pair. I don't think I don't think there is anything for that. So that's another none. Once again, let me know if I missed any, if I was wrong, if that partial deduction actually should have counted. Let me know. But I will start with, so I know triangle is not the largest. I can actually test this one this time. So I probably will test it with 1 and then something else being the largest. So 1, I don't know, 1, 5, 2, no, 1, 5, 4, even better. Sure. Okay, so I know I can test this one. And that, I guess I could maybe zoom in a little bit while I'm testing these. This one came back a fail. So triangle is not equal to 1. Good to know. So I'll work that down over here. That's a fail, so we just know that triangle does not equal 1. And I can mark that off right there. So I guess I'll test the largest, because this should just in one test tell me which is the largest, which it did. So this came back true. That square is the largest. Good to know. So back over here, B came back true. Square is the largest. So that means triangle and circle can't be 5 and square can't be 1. Because square being the largest just does that. And then I can test one more thing. Do I leave the pair? I kind of want to know the pair. I like knowing whether there's a pair. It's pretty helpful to know. So let me test that. Okay, there is a pair because I gave it no pair and it came back false. Interesting. So that was E, and that came back a fail. So that means there is a pair. Okay, well that also then, if the square is the largest and there is a pair, then that means it's going to be, you know, number, square, same number. Like triangle and circle are the same. If triangle, or yeah, if triangle but can't be 1, that means circle can't be 1. So those are the numbers we're working with. Going to round 2. Round 2, I need to think very carefully about what question I want to ask, because I want to try to just ask one question and then just try to guess my way through the rest. So do I ask C or D? That's really what it comes down to. Do I want to know if there's more even or odd, or whether the total? I guess I like C. I think I like C better. If whether there's more even than odd numbers. So I'm thinking it could be something like 2, not just, okay, 252, something like that. Maybe. All right, let's see what I get. So 252. I just want to know, are there more evens than odds? Tell me, verifier C, is there more evens than odds? And it came back a fail. A red X. Nope. Nope. Nothing. So back over here. There, that was verifier C. That came back a fail. So that means there's more odds than evens. Okay, that should be enough to maybe solve. Let's see here. So there's more odds than evens. So the only thing I don't know is the sum. Is it going to be even or odd? There's more odds than evens. I gotta think about this one for a second. There's more odds than evens. There's at least 2. At least. Could be 3. That there's at least 2. It's more odds than evens. So it's probably 3 something 3. So like 3 4 3. Something like that. Because I'm trying to think the sum. So if it's 2 odds, and that means the sum is even. So if we go like odd, even, odd, you know, that's a sum of 10. So that's even. Because there has to be more odds than evens. But if we did 3 odds, then the sum would be odd. So like 3 5 3. I think those are pretty much the only 2 answers. Because I think it has to be 3 something Because there's more, it's like the same, I think pretty much as last game, right? If there's double numbers, there's a pair, but there's a largest. That means that it has to be these two. I think yeah, these have to be 3. And these can't be 2 and 4. If this is the largest, that means that can't be, so it has to be 3. Am I down to another 50-50 shot? Why does this keep happening? I think that's the case. Because I'm just trying to think this through. Because the other options were 2 and 4 there. Maybe I'll do the 50-50 shot this time, because what if I'm wrong and then I had 5 questions to get it in and then I tie, and then I might be missing something, but really it just seems like I need to ask it. If it's even, then it's gonna be 4. If it's odd, then it's 5. I guess I'll just ask. Well, no, I'm not gonna be lame. I'm gonna do something else. Hold on. Do something unprecedented. I'm gonna roll a dice. Roll a dice. Change it up a little bit. Get a little randomness up in here. I'll roll this blue D20, and I don't like that one actually. It doesn't have really readable numbers. I'm looking for a D12. I like a D12. It's like one of my favorites. Can you read that easily? Good enough. Okay. I'm gonna roll this yellow D12. If it's odd, I'm gonna just go with odd as the final answer. And if it's even, go with even as the final answer of this question of assuming the sum. So let's see. What does the dice say? The dice, I wrote it off the screen, but it said 1. So that's odd. So that means the sum is odd. So that means the answer is 353. So 353, because that would be squared is the largest. There's more odd than even. Triangle's not 1. There is a pair. And the sum would be odd. That checks out. We'll see if the dice is right. Let me see if I'll zoom in maybe over here. Okay. So machine, what did I say? 353. Was the dice right? It was. Oh my gosh. That's pretty lucky. Okay, so let's see. I had to have got it, because like I said, I don't think I've ever seen the machine get it in less than 4. Maybe this will be a first for me, but I make sure that all matches up. Did I win? I did win, and of course, I could have asked it anyway, and I would have tied with it because it got it in 5. But hey, I had a little bit of randomness into it, but that's another win. So let me get the next game up. We'll do custom, solo, standard, 6 cards this time. There is the code for anybody that wants it. Once again, I will be posting the codes in the comments and the timestamps, all that good stuff, so you can easily copy it there. Okay. I gotta put this all away, so give me a minute. Get set up for the next one. All right, put these away first. Make sure there's none of these same cards out here before I put the verifier cards away. I guess we'll zoom out so you're not just zoomed in there. So take me a minute. Okay, got those all put away. Some of these, which ones I need to keep out? 18. 18 is the only one I gotta keep out. Okay. So 1's put away, getting 6 out. 15 and 16, I gotta put these away. Got 9 out here. What's that? Oh, number of 3s. Whoa, pretty crazy. What else? 14. Did I not just put that one away? No, I put 15 and 16 away, I think. Oh, that's the smallest. 18 stays there. And then 21 goes away. For 19 there, and 22 at the top. kind of a mess, but we got it. Cool. Okay. Oh, classic 22. It's a great card. Grab these and do this whole rigmarole real quick. Okay, a few more. Let's see, $6.99. Wait, $6.99? Why do I not see that card? Oh, okay, I put it a little bit out of order. I was about to freak out. Thought either it was already out here or it was like terribly out of order, and that was just not gonna be a fun time. 536. All right, we are pretty much set up. I gotta wipe my stuff from over here. I can move this, I guess, out of the way. So I'll definitely start looking and see if you spot any initial deductions. I'll look here in a second once I get this all wiped down. Okay, there we go. Good enough. All right, let's see if there's any initial deductions. Okay. Okay. I think there's only one initial deduction, I think. Let me double check this. I guess I forgot I can zoom in a little bit for you so you can see it a bit easier. Yeah, I think there's only one. Well, I mean, technically there's two. Technically. Let me double check this actually. Yeah, okay, there's one, technically two. So the one I see is that F up here has to be no order. It has to be no order because of this card here. If it was ascending order, we would know which is the smallest. If it was descending order, we would know which is the smallest. So that one, F has to be no order. Besides that, I don't see anything else. The other partial deduction I saw is that for 3, I mean, there can't be 3 3s. There just can't be. It's just not possible. So that's the thing. That's always the case though. So that's why I was like, it's not really initial deduction, but it kind of is. So that's, I think, all the initial, because there really isn't anything for A. B, besides there's just no 3 number 3s. I'll still write it down just for completion's sake, but C doesn't really say anything if it's the smallest or largest for anything else. D, I don't think there is initial deductions for that. E, I don't think I've ever seen initial deduction for E either that I can think. Maybe there is one, but not for this time. At least that's what I'm saying. Once again, if I miss an initial deduction, let me know. But we're gonna go ahead and say that at least for F, there's no order. Let me mark that down over here so I don't accidentally retest it, even though I already know the answer. And we'll just start testing away with 1, 2, 3, I guess. See what kind of answers I get and just go from there. So let's go ahead and let's zoom in a little bit. We'll test A first. A came back a check mark, came back true. We gave it a square being even, and that is true. So over here, what I have, 1, 2, 3 is my code. A came back true. That means square is even. Because of that, I can mark off, we got 1, 3, and 5. Pretty easy. All right, so what is next? I will test how many 3s there are. Is there just, this one is probably gonna take me a few tries to get. Yeah, okay. It would be nice if I got it on the first try, but that would be too easy. So there's not just 1 3. So there's either 2 3s or 0 3s. Yeah, so over here, B, that was a fail. It's either 0 or 2 number 3s. Yeah, which checks out, well, okay, I'll ponder on that later. We know the answer to that. I could probably save this answer for the end. I kind of want to know E. That might take me a few tries to get. I mean, same with C. Yeah, I have a lot of questions to ask here. It's kind of making me worried, like maybe there was some initial deductions I missed, but I didn't see any. So this came back a fail. We gave it with triangle and square being less than 6, and that is just not the case here. So let's see, that was E. I guess I'll zoom in over here. E came back a fail. So that means that triangle plus square is either going to equal 6 or triangle plus square is going to be greater than 6. Yeah, I know I could write like greater than or equal to like the sign, but I like having it listed out, you know, 2 different ways. Just makes it easier for me to visualize like, oh yeah, there's 2 different options still for that. I mean, I guess if there was just one, then I would have written down the actual answer, but whatever. So what do I still need to test? This, I need to retest that and retest that. And then maybe save that for the end. It's a lot of questions, but right now I don't have a lot of answers, so it's kind of how it has to go, I suppose. I'll test with 0 3s this time. I don't know what's the smallest, so I'm gonna go with probably not triangle, it's probably circle. If triangle plus square is gonna be at least 6, circle's probably the smallest. I wanna ask with 0 3s, so I'll make circle 1. Square can be like 4, and we'll go with triangle being 5. So 5 4 1 will be my guessing code for this round. And let's see if I can get some answers. So 5 4 1. How many 3s are there? Verifier B, will you tell me I am correct? There are no 3s. Okay. Good to know. So mark that off over here. Verifier B came back true. So we know there are 0 3s. So I can mark those off there. Back to up here. What else do I want to know? The smallest? I'm pretty confident it's probably going to be circle, but I don't know for sure. Yes, it was. It is circle. So pretty happy about that one. So that was C. That came back true. So that's circle is the smallest. That means that circle can't be 5 if it's the smallest. And if it's the smallest, that means triangle can't be 1. Though at this point, if it has to equal at least 6, triangle also can't be... No, triangles could still be 2. So all I don't know is D. So I'm gonna sit here and think on this and see if I can figure it out. Oh no, I still don't know E. I still need to probably ask that. Shoot. Because what else don't I know? I don't know if the sum is even or odd. Yeah, I think I need to at least know the full answer to E. And maybe I can solve then. So let me... I'll be at 6 questions with this, but I don't know. I just don't know. So this came back as a check mark. So the answer for the sum of triangle and square is definitely going to be larger than 6. So triangle plus square is going to be greater than 6. So let me check some stuff out. So if that's it's going to be greater than 6, so that means triangle can't be 2. Okay. So let me figure out the rest of this. triangle's the smallest. The other thing to keep in mind is going to be huge is the no order. The no order is definitely going to come into play. I don't know if the sum is even or odd. Let's just say it's even. Let's say the sum is even and figure it out from there. And then if I come back with nothing good, I'll switch to odd. So if sum is even, the sum is even. So this could be like, that can't be, could be that. If it was that, 5 and 2, sum would be odd. Yeah, that wouldn't work because then the only other option would be 4 because it has to be no order. That's not good. 5, no. If this could be no order, this is, there's not very many options. It more or less just has to be like 4, 2, 4 because anything else just doesn't. But triangle, this is weird. Or we have to be like 4, 4, 2. Because we don't know if there's a pair. We know there's no 3s. Squares even, triangle or circle will be the smallest. There's no order. There's a good chance there could be a double number. Well, because how I'm looking at this, if there's no order, I mean, if like circle was this, well, circle just can't be 1. Because then this would have to be greater. I guess it could be like 1, 4, 4. That would work. Technically. I didn't think about that. It could be 2, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4. So I say, what did I say? The sum was odd? I think I'm going to have to ask. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out in my head. So, okay, let's say the sum is even. Okay, how many answers can I find for the sum being even? So if triangle was 5, if triangle was, it's kind of like, I could go like 5. We don't know if there's a pair, so it could be like 5, 4. That one wouldn't work. It would have to go 5, 2, 4. Is the only answer with triangle being 5 is 5, 2, 4. And that's odd. And that's not going to work in this case. There could be 4, 4, 2. That works. The sum is even. 4, 4, 1. That doesn't work. 4, 4, 1. 4, 4, 2. Is it just 4, 4, 2? I think that might be the answer. Because so far there's 2 answers that work. Oh no, that doesn't. The 5. I don't think triangle can be 5 because there's no answers that work with that, right? Because if triangle's 5, for just making the no order work, the only way it would be 5, 2, 4, but then in that case, circle wouldn't be the smallest. So I think it's just circle has to be 4, or sorry, triangle has to be 4. I think that's a given. I also think if that's the case, there almost has to be a double number because if this is the smallest, it's either going to, if this was like the smallest, then it's going to be descending. But we know it's no order, so I think it has to be 4, 4, 2 or 4, 4, 1. I don't know, do I? Because if it was anything else, yeah, I think I have to ask, or I could leave it up to the dice again. Right, because yeah, at this point, it's just now down to 4, 4, 2 or 4, 4, 1. And I don't know which one it is. What, did I not mark down something I asked up here? I did, I forgot to mark down when I asked E. I thought I was at 6. I am at 6 questions. Could ask another one. Yeah, I'm already at 6 questions. You know. 'Cause if this was 2, then this would have to be 1. And then that would just be a set. So this can't be 2. So I think square has to be 4. These all can't be 4. So it's either 4, 4, 2 or 4, 4, 1. Okay, I rolled the dice last time. This time I'm just going to ask. I'm just gonna ask, what is the answer? Is it even? It's not even. The answer is odd. So, because I gave it 10 as the sum. I just gave it 5, 4, 1 again. That was D, and that came back a fail because I gave it even, and that means the sum equals odd. And that means it's 4, 4, 1. If it's odd, 4, 4, 1. It seems right, but did I get enough questions? That's always the main thing for me. So 4, 4, 1. Boy, I hope that's correct. Okay, it is. That is correct. Then let's see. So that's, gotta punch these all in real quick. So that's that. And I did boom, boom, boom. I was killing it that round. Add another round, and I got that wrong. So 7 questions total. Did I beat the machine? It got it in 5? Wow. I mean, I did get unlucky in asking some of these, but 5? Come on. Even if I guessed, it would have been at only 6. I would have been at a 50-50 shot at 6. And maybe I missed an initial deduction. I don't know. Let me know, or maybe I was just making some dumb mistakes, but that's unfortunate. Well, what we'll do is another 6 card. Standard 6 card. Oops, I don't think I clicked solo. I know I didn't click solo. Standard 6 card. Okay. This is what I'll be doing for this next round. B64 Z59 Z. It's the code. Once again, I'll post it in the timestamps and comments and whatnot after the stream. Because I always like having the timestamps in there. I think it makes the videos just a lot more just watchable and easy to skim and know what's going on where. So yeah, put these away. Okay, I gotta get these put away. Let's both right next to each other. Whoops. There's that, and last one. Okay. Do I need to leave some of these cards out? I think I do. 22 stays. The rest of these are gone. Okay. So what else? I need 3 and swapping that one out for that one. 14's out of here. Replace it with a classic 12. That's a good one. What else? 18. It's being replaced with 16. Okay. And then finally, 19 is out of here. 21 is in. Oh, I've been zoomed in on my sheet this whole time. My bad. I'll zoom in up here just so you can see these and start trying to find any initial deductions while I get the rest of it set up. And triple check that's all right. 3, 8, 12, 16, 21, 22. Yep. Okay. 629. Yeah, this, though I do like this game. That's why last time I played this game, I didn't do a live stream. I did a video format because this is yeah, it's just a lot easier to cut all this, you know, when I'm not doing it live, then it's a lot more easy to watch, and you don't have to just sit here watching me set up and tear this down in the meantime. But it's the struggles of doing it live. It's okay, and I don't have to edit it, so that's a win. What is this? 372. Just gonna get a couple more out here. I guess I was blocking it the whole time. Okay, and the last one. Okay, I just need to wipe my stuff down and we'll be on our way with the next round. I guess next game. Okay, let's see if there's any initial deductions. Okay, this one, I think there's a lot of initial deductions. So I can actually, I'll just zoom out here. Okay, so initial deductions. Here's what I got. A, couldn't find any. Don't see any, don't think there are any. B, there's not gonna be 3 ones because I don't think that can exist. I don't think there's 2 ones because if it was 2 ones, then there would be a pair of 1s, and then this card over here wouldn't be needed to see if there's a pair. So I will say that there's either gonna be 0 or 1 1s. That's my initial deduction for B. C, similar case, since there's a pair card here, triangle can equal circle. Just can't be the case. So cannot equal circle. D, don't think there are any. Don't think there can be any for that card. Could be wrong, but I haven't seen any. Then E, if there was a pair, if there wasn't a pair, I don't know if there, E is kind of a weird one. I don't think there is any initial deduction for E. Because if there was a pair, we wouldn't need, hold on, maybe there is. Because if there was a pair, then we would know there is no order. So I think there can't be a pair. Does that sound right? There can't be a pair because if there was a pair, there would be no order. So just there's no pair. And then also with F, because this card exists, verifier C, it has to be no order, because if it was ascending, we would know which is greater and which is less, and same with descending, so it has to be no order. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully these are correct. And yeah, you can see with questions like these, this is why trying to focus on initial deductions first can get you a lot of info if you really take a bit of time and look at it. Like I said, once again, please let me know if I missed any, if any of these were incorrect, if, yeah, anything like that, let me know. So what do I want to know? So, okay, let me mark down over here, because I think E and F, I don't think I even need to ask. I really don't. So I think I could just really write in that for E, there's no pairs. And for F, there's no order. Right, so I think that's it. And the rest of these, help me narrow stuff down, but won't until I ask. So, I mean, I might be able to get this in 3. Maybe. I'm gonna do the classic 1. Or no, I'm not gonna be able to get in 3. Unless I get super lucky with, well, with square. I mean, there's nothing I can think of to base my guess for square. Yeah, I don't have anything to go off of. Like, if anything would be a better guess than 2, but it seems like it's like an equal likelihood of it being this side, or you got just one option for 3. So, yeah, I don't know. Zoom in on the verifiers here. And let's test A first. See what's going on there. Wow. I might be able to get this in 3. Yeah, that came back a check mark, so it is less than 3. Wow. That's, whoa, hit my microphone there. Okay, so A came back a check mark. So square is less than 3. That is huge to get that on the first try, because that was one I didn't have any info on, so that could have taken me at least 2 guesses. That could have taken me another guess. So triangle is less than 3, so we know it's not 3. It's not 4. It's not 5. Simple enough. So back up here. That was really lucky. That's going to be huge. Because then I asked this one, regardless of what it tells me, and it came back a check mark as well. Man. Okay, so there is exactly 1, 1. So back over here. B passed, so we know that there's 1. There's 1, 1. Okay. And then finally, let's see. This one came back an X. So triangle is not less than circle. So that means that triangle is greater than circle, right? Because it couldn't be equal. And if triangle is not less than, it's got to be greater. So triangle is greater than circle. That's it. I think that's all I need to solve. I mean, I might need to ask D, and even if I did, I'd be okay. But let me see if I can get this in 3. Maybe I can get this in 3. So, because all I don't know if there's more even or odd numbers. I know there's 1, 1. So this would basically tell me if there's 2 evens. It really doesn't tell me anything. If there's more evens than odds, there'd be 2 evens. More odds than evens, there could be 2 odds or 3 odds. Which really doesn't tell me much. Okay, we know triangle is going to be greater than circle, so that means a few things. If triangle is greater than circle, triangle can't be 1, and circle can't be 5. This we know. Besides that, not much is known. We know there's 1, 1. There's no pairs. So either square or circle is going to be 1. One of them has to be. We have to think this is also going to be... I think it has to be square, right? Because if circle is 1, let's say circle is 1, right? There's no pairs, so square would have to be 2. There's no pairs, so then triangle would have to be 3, 4, and 5. And what do we got there? We have a descending order, which we know is not the case because there is no order. So square has to be 1. Solved. Square has to be 1. That can't be 1. Triangle has to be, okay, well that means that can't be 2. Triangle has to be greater than circle, so that means triangle can't be 2. Okay, now we're narrowing stuff down. So we have a 1. So it's either okay, so we got 2 options on the card I haven't asked. It's either odds are greater than evens or evens greater than odds. So if it came back, there's more evens than odds. It could be 4, 1, 2. That is the only answer. If it was evens, if there's more evens than odds, 4, 1, 2 is the only answer. Because there's no pairs. And that's no order. If it came back, there's more odds than evens. Could be 3, 1, 2. Could be 5, 1, 2. Could be 314 and 514. Are those all valid answers for if there's more odds than evens? That's what it seems like. If there's no orders, no pairs, if I'm correct in those initial deductions, which I might have been off on those, we'll see here in a minute. But if I'm correct in those, then I think it has to be there's more evens than odds, and it just has to be 412. I don't think there's any other answer. I'll sit on this, let it simmer, but I might have to lock that in. Actually, 314 wouldn't work because triangle would be greater. 412 works because that's, but 512 would work. 513 would work if odds. There's more odds than evens. Hell, even 514 would work, right? As long as there's more odds than evens, those are all valid combinations, and that's already way more than just the only single combination I can find for evens, which is 412. I think I'm pretty confident in that answer. Let's see if I'm correct, and if I got it in 3, that would be pretty crazy. Let's see. 412, is that correct? Or was I horribly mistaken? Thank goodness that was correct. Okay. Then I had to have gotten it. Check, check, and X. No suspense, because of course I got it. It took 4, so I still could have asked another question, and I would have been fine. So that is another win. And I think I'm going to take a quick break here. I'll tear this down. I'll set up here. I'll show the custom game that I'll set up. I'm just going to go back to the beginning. So I'll do solo, standard, 4 cards again. So I'll be setting up this game. If you want to see the game code, there it is. Once again, it's got the game code B49 OV1. Once again, if you're watching this in the future, I'll be posting it in the time codes and comments. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, tear this down, fill my water bottle, all of that good stuff, stretch my legs, you know. So yeah, I will be back here in a few minutes. Hello everybody and welcome back to Soul Gaming Sunday Turing Machine Edition. Back with a new problem up here, I guess, new code to crack, new verifiers out here, and let's see if there's any initial deduction. There's only 4, only working with 4 cards, so I imagine there's probably not, but let's take a quick gander. Okay, so I think as far as initial deductions go, I think there's 2. So I think the first is, well, let's just go one by one. Okay, for A, I don't think there's any. For B, there can't be 3 ones because just how the game works. I don't think there could be 2 ones, because if there were 2 ones, then D would be irrelevant, because it's asking if a number repeats itself. Well, if it did, then this would be irrelevant. So I'm gonna go with there is either 0 or 1 ones. C, don't think there's any, don't think there can be any. Let me know if I'm wrong. D, this one's kind of tricky, but I think it's just no rep. I don't think there can be repetition, because if there was a double, well, here's the thing. No, I don't think there is, because it could be like 2, 2, 3. That could be a double number, because it wouldn't. I was thinking of how it interacts with this one here with B. I don't think I actually think there is one for D, because if it was like something like 1, 1, 2, then yeah, that would cancel out that. But if it was something like 2, 2, 4, then that means there is a double number. But that doesn't. It doesn't mess with that one. Because, right, if there is a double number, it doesn't mean those have to be that. See, I don't think there is one for D. I just wanted to think that through. I don't think there is. So I think the only initial deduction for this one to be made is that for B, there's only going to be either 1 or just no ones. And with that, yeah, I don't think there's really anything else to be said. I'll just go with 1, 2, 3 as my starting code. Seems like a good one. And we'll just go from there. So 1, 2, 3. I'll test A first, because I don't know anything about A. Oh, is that gonna come back? Ooh, we got a check mark right off the rip. So square, we give it 2, comparing it to 4, so that came back true. So square is less than 4. Gave the code 1, 2, 3. That came back. Square is now less than 4. So we know it's less than 4. Yeah. So it's not gonna be 4 or 5. Right. Okay. That's that. And then we'll see. I don't know which else I want to test right now. Probably just B for sure. I'd like to know the answer. Well, yeah, I kind of want to know the answer to that. Okay, there are no ones. Not a single one. So over here, B came back false. So that means there are 0 ones. Not a single one. Then I finally want to test D, and then maybe I'll be able to solve. Maybe. D came back a fail, so there is a double number. Interesting. So D came back a fail. So that means there is a double number. I guess I didn't specify it up there in my initial deduction, but for D, I mean, it can't be a triple number either. But I should have, I'm gonna write that up there, but I should have wrote it earlier. Can't be triple number, just for completion's sake, because I do want to write out all of my initial deductions. So that is what I have. I think with this, I can solve. Maybe. We'll see. Because the only thing I don't know now is if the sum is even or odd. And I think I might be able to narrow it down, or I might be able to get a 50-50 chance, or might have to ask, you know. We'll see. So let's go with the sum being even. Let's say the sum's even. We know there's a double number. That doesn't really matter when it comes to the double, or to the sum. Could be even, odd. Could be any combination of stuff. So that really doesn't tell us anything. Man, there's not a lot of info to work with. We know there's no ones, and we know that triangle is less than 4, and that there is a double number. That's it. This is kind of wild. I don't know. And there's so many different like combinations right now. But even if I knew the answer of whether the sum was even or odd, like, I feel like it wouldn't tell me much. But obviously, if I knew that, I would know everything. So clearly, there's something I'm missing here. So let me work through something. It's like 4. Am I missing something? Did I set this up wrong? What the heck? I feel like I'm missing something. Let me double check. I almost feel like I got the wrong ones out here. I don't think that's the case. I just want to make sure. Yeah, no, everything's correct. Wow. Is this not a weird one? Is this just me? Because I almost have all, like, even if I knew everything, I wouldn't like know anything. Because I also don't know which number is the double number, right? So it could be like, okay, let's say it's the first two. I mean, either way, it's going to be like 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 5, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 5. Now, what's wrong with that? I got to figure this out. 2, 2, 4, because that would be 8. 2, 2, 5, that'd be odd. Even, odd. There's like too many combinations. What if this one was a triple number? That would be wild. I don't think that's the case, but also like that, because I am just assuming that it's a double number. And I'm looking at the other things, and it seems like it's possible, but I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't want to even think that. Because if it was a triple number, I will say this: if it was a triple number, then I would know if I asked if the sum was even or odd. I would for sure know what the answer is. Because right now, if I did, I don't think I would. What if it came back the sum is odd? It came back the sum is odd. Could be like 5, 3, 5. Could be 4, 3, 4. That's also odd, and that also works. Why do all of these answers work? Because even if I know all the answers, I still don't know the answer. I almost feel like this is I know I was saying there can't be a triple number, but I almost think that's what this is looking like. But I know that it's just not a thing. Can't be. I refuse to believe it. I think I might just ask this. I'm stumped. I mean, even if I ask this, I don't know if I'll be able to narrow it down, but I must be able to. So let's see what it is. Big grand reveal. The thing that's stumping me is odd. It's odd, yeah, because I gave it an even answer of 6. It came back a fail. So the sum is odd. I must be able to solve now, but I don't know. So that was, what did I do? 1, 2, 3. I tested C. It came back a fail. That means the sum equals odd. This doesn't, I feel like that doesn't help. 5, 3, 5. That's odd. There's a double number. No ones. And that's less than 4, so that works. Now what about 4, 3, 4? That also works. What am I missing here? Which one did I just ask? C? I should have asked that with a different number. Because I almost want to double check if this is a double. I'm starting to question everything I know about this game, but I don't think it can be. Let's see. I'm gonna do just another round. This is probably gonna be a loss for this round, but I gotta know. Am I, do I not know anything about this game? What? There's no, it's, it's 333. Are you kidding me? There's no way. No, I refuse to believe. I'm about to go into an existential crisis here. There's no way. I just got no. I don't care if I fail this. Is it a triple number? Yeah. Okay, well, you just witnessed this live. Pascal, I apologize because I misspoke. I literally thought this wasn't possible in the game. And this is the first time I've played this game. Let's see how many times. I haven't logged all my plays. But as of right now, I have 54 logged plays of this. Like I said, there's probably more, so maybe closer to like 70, I would say. Maybe 60, 70. I have not once seen a triple code pop up. I did not think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible. I'm in shock. This changes so much. Yeah, Pascal, man, I was telling you earlier, I was like, oh, it can't be triple. I mean, I think I said with a caveat, like, I don't think it's possible. I've never seen it. Well, this is it. I've now seen it all. And then I asked that, and it got that wrong. I probably lost this. Yeah, I found the code, didn't beat the machine. I technically got it in the same amount of questions, but it took me more rounds. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's a triple number. That is insane. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Pascal. Sorry. I guess I didn't know. I didn't think it was possible. But because I started looking at all of these, and with some of them, if it was a triple number, it would eliminate like all the tests. But I was looking at these. Even if it was a triple number, if you ask this is a triple number, you don't know what number it is. So it doesn't eliminate this or this. It doesn't eliminate anything. It being a triple number eliminates nothing. And that's why I was starting to just question my sanity. Because I was like, I also couldn't, there was too many answers. It didn't matter if it was even or odd with the stuff I had, assuming that it wasn't a triple. So that's crazy. That's crazy, man. I don't even know how to feel after this. I'm just in shock that triple numbers exist in this game. I thought those were a myth. Well, now I know. Now I'll not be so stubborn-headed whenever I go into games. I'll have to assume the worst, that any number could be a triple number if the verifiers out here are proper. As long as, but most of the time, the verifiers out here would just mess up everything, and it's just not possible for it to be a triple number. But this time, wow, that got me. Okay, let's do that. Let's do another 4-card one. There it is. There's the code. Let's zoom in a little bit further. B48 O8V is the code. Wow, I'm just so shocked that that was the case, that it was a triple code. That's just crazy. Crazy stuff today. Well, you saw it happen live. This is the first time in 50 plus plays that I've seen a triple code pop up. So I guess there's a first time for everything. I mean, I assumed it was possible, right? Because they have them on the cards. I mean, I assumed it was mainly for completion's sake, but I also assumed, like, especially when you get into, I can't get this stupid card straight, and it's like driving me crazy. There we go. I also assumed, like, in the higher modes, like in the hard, and especially if you're doing like the nightmare and extreme difficulties, I always just kind of assumed that it would be possible. And that's why those cards had all those extra criteria on there, even though it wasn't really a thing. I guess not. I guess I was completely wrong. That's how it goes. Learn something new every day, I guess. So 16 there and 20 there. Okay, well now I'm gonna assume every single code is gonna be a triple code. And do the purple ones. Let's see, we got 221. I guess I'll zoom in so y'all can see these a bit better and try to figure out some initial deductions while I get this all in place. 372. Okay. And 268. Boom. Okay, there we go. I guess I forgot to wipe down my sheet over here. Okay, good to go. Initial deductions for this time. Oh gosh, I didn't even clock that this card is out here. So nothing's off the table. It's probably a triple number. I mean, in this case, if it was a triple number, then this card would be redundant. So it can be a triple number. I'm saying that as a fact this time. Let me see what else is going on out here. Good stuff. Okay, yeah. All right. So, initial deductions. A, I don't think there is anything. If triangle is less than 3, that wouldn't really mess. I mean, the main thing I think it would mess with would be this card here, B. And if it was equal to 3, greater than 3, it doesn't really tell us anything. So, there's nothing for A. B, I think triangle cannot be equal to square, because if it was, this card would be redundant. But now it's got me second guessing everything. Maybe this card wouldn't be redundant if there was triple. Would that card be redundant if there's... Wait a second. It's got me questioning everything now. I think that's still the case. Yeah, I still think even if triangle can't be square, regardless. I think that's just, this whole triple number thing is really going to throw me off now. Yeah, I think that's the case. Evens and odds, like I said, this card, I don't think there can be initial deductions to be made. Maybe in very certain circumstances, but generally I don't think there can be. And D, oh boy. Okay, if there's a triple number, then if a number repeats itself in the code. So it's asking about the specific number in the code. If there was a double number, if there's a triple number, if a number repeats itself. But is it saying, I always forget, is it saying that specific number? I think it is. No, it's never doing that specific number. It's just a number. Because right, that really wouldn't, if there was a double number, I gotta think about this for a second. This triple number, like I said, this triple number thing's really throwing me off now. If there was a double number, then everything is fine. If there was a triple number, then we wouldn't need B. And we would also know then, no, we wouldn't know that. And once we knew the number, we wouldn't, well, I guess this would probably, But if it was a triple number, we wouldn't need that, and that's enough to say that it can't be triple number, right? So can't, please don't be another triple number. I'm gonna freak out. Okay, so those are my, I'll submit those as my initial deductions. So triangle can't equal square because of this. And for D, it can't be a triple number because of B. I think everything else is still on the table and a viable option. So let me get this a little bit more off the screen. I don't like that just chilling there, just peeking around the corner. Okay. These, okay. I don't know what number I should go with. They can't equal each other. I mean, I guess it's just 1, 2, 3, because of course. I don't know, I have 1, 2, 2. That's not what I wanted. I want 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see how this one goes. So question A, ooh, that came back a check mark right away. So triangle is less than 3 because we gave it a 1. It came back a check mark. Triangle is less than 3. So 1, 2, 3. A was a check mark. Triangle is less than 3. If it's less than 3, then that means it can't be 3, 4. It's the wrong shape. Can't be 3, 4, or 5. All right. Let me make sure that is correct. Yeah. Less than 3, can't be 3, 4, or 5. Seems legit. So let's move on to the next one. Let's see what B says. B says fail. Wow. That's kind of rude, if you ask me. So we know that triangle is going to be greater than square, right? Because that failed with triangle being less than square because my initial deduction is I'm saying they're not equal to each other. So that means for B, a triangle is greater than square. Wait, really? At the moment, triangle can only be 2 or 1. That's kind of weird. I kind of want to ask the double number now. I'm just paranoid now. Is there, oh God. Okay, so there is a double number. No triple. At least I'm going to assume there's not because of my initial deduction, but oof, there is a double number. So D is a fail. Means there is a double number. Is that it then? Is it just 211? Is it that simple? Or it could be 212. Right. I think I do have to ask it. Because 211, 212, yeah, it would be either more, yeah. Yeah, I have to ask it. There's no way around it. Nope. Unless I want to do a 50-50 chance. You know what? I mean, it worked out good last time, but you know what? I don't feel like taking that risk this time. So 1, 2, 3, is there more odds than evens? And it came back a fail. So there's not more odds than evens. There's more evens than odds. Well, so that was a new round. That's the only question I'm going to ask this round. That came back a fail. So that means there's more evens than odds. Which means it has to be 212. Because triangle has to be greater than square, and there has to be a pair. So it's either going to be a 1 or a 2, basically, for circle. And if there's more evens than odds, it's got to be 212. That is my final answer. Feel pretty confident in the answer. I don't know how I feel. I guess it only took me 4 questions, so there's no way I did lose to the machine. But let's double check if I got it right. 212. Let me zoom in a little bit, like here. 212. Did I get it right? I did. Let's see if I got it in enough, which I'm pretty sure I did. So that was that. Do that. There. Boom. I beat the machine. It took 5 questions. What a chump. Okay, well, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. Solo, standard, 5. Just do the standard 5. So there's the code if you're trying to follow along at home. Once again, I will post it in the comments / timestamps afterwards. Hashtag B5S00M. So I'm gonna wipe this all down, set up one last game, and we'll see how this one goes. Take me a second to get this all teared down and set up again, but y'all know the drill by now. You just vibe to some lo-fi beats while I get this set up. But yeah, I think at some point here in the near future, I'll upload another video of me playing through probably some of the hard challenges. I'm gonna do a video instead of a live stream just because, like I said, it's a lot easier for me to just edit this part out of me doing the whole setup and tear down. But yeah, I want to play this more. I want to get, I've attempted the hard levels in the past and they are hard. So that's why it's like, I don't want to make a fool of myself on the live stream. So yeah, I'll do probably in the next like month or so is when I have one recorded. But I also know this game is actually releasing to the masses here soon. I think it's like beginning of November. I was very fortunate to pick this up at Gen Con. I had to rush to go get it, but yeah, I think it's like beginning of November is when this is supposed to be releasing, which is exciting. I'm curious to see what other people think of this, because I know this isn't a game for everybody, but it's definitely a game for me. It's right up my alley and style of games. And also well, because of playing this, I was like, man, I really like deduction games. And it makes me think I should check out Search for Planet X. I've heard that's really good. And it looks interesting. I mean, I like space theme. I guess I really like deduction. And I don't mind the app-assisted part of it. It seems like it would, take a lot of the overhead of just the upkeep of doing stuff. So I think that would be pretty cool to have. And yeah, I might try that at some point. I'll have to buy it or, yeah, I don't know. But that seems like something that would be pretty fun as far as another deduction game goes. I like Love Letter. It's probably one of my favorite, like, traveling, like, take it to a bar type game, because it comes in a little pouch, and that's a deduction style game as well. So I like that one. That's pretty good. Love Letter is pretty luck based, but it's also like pretty short rounds, so it's not too bad. That's one thing, is like I don't mind if a game has like a decent amount of luck in it, as long as it's something pretty short. It's also why I have, what is it up here? I got Monopoly Deal. Oh, I love Monopoly Deal. Such a good game. because it feels a lot like Monopoly, because it could be pretty, it could be mean, and there could be like betrayals. You can, but it also plays really quick. Like once you know what you're doing, you play that game in like 15 minutes. It's a good one. And I don't personally really like OG Monopoly. I think it's too long. It's too boring. Not enough choices. Not really my style of game. People play with their own house rules. It just makes it longer and worse. And yeah, I'd honestly just rather play almost any other game than Monopoly. So yeah, but Monopoly Deal is fantastic. So anyway, tangent over, game setup. Let's see what initial deductions there are. Okay, so as far as initial deductions go, let's go through one by one. A, don't think there are any. B, I don't think there are any. C, I think it can only be 0 or 1. 1, because if there was 2 or 3 ones, E would be irrelevant. So I think there's 0 or 1 number ones. As far as D, I don't think there are any. And as far as E, it can't be a triple number because this card exists, so there has to be one smaller. So I think it's either no rep or double number. I don't think there's any way to distinguish, to like eliminate the double number option. Because if there was a double number, yeah, no. So I think it's just not a triple number, which apparently is a real possibility that I need to worry about. I'm gonna have nightmares about triple numbers now. That's all I'm gonna be able to see is triple numbers everywhere. Okay, we move this up a little bit. So there's my initial deductions, locking them in. Let me know if I missed any, if I messed any up, all that stuff. So I guess I'll go with the classic 1, 2, 3, unless I see any reason not to, which I don't. So 1, 2, 3 it will be. Let's start testing some stuff. So verifier A is square less than 3. That came back in X, so it is not less than 3. Let me go over here and mark down 1, 2, 3. We tested A. A came back a fail, so either square is going to equal 3 or square is going to be greater than 3. One of those two, don't know which one. Hopefully we'll know at some point here soon, but yeah. B is circle odd, circle is odd. Good to know, good to know. See, back over here, B came true, so we know that circle is odd. That means it's definitely not 2 or 4. So, back to the middle. Boy, oh boy, which one do I test from here? Could test this one. This one's gonna take me, you can't even see our point. D is gonna take me more attempts, I think, so I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, I got on my first one. So triangle is the smallest. Wow, good to know. That was one I didn't really know about, so awesome. That was D. D came back true, so that means triangle is the smallest. And so that means a couple of things. If triangle is the smallest, that means triangle can't be 5, and square and circle can't be 1. Right. Also, wait, what did I ask? Square can't be 1 or 2 anyway, right? Because I asked, that was like my first question was, is square less than 3? And it came back a big fail. So yeah, I think that's where we are after round 1. So I still don't know a couple of things. I don't know A, I don't know C or E. I don't know if there's a double number, which there could be. It would be, if there was a double number, it would be square and circle, because triangle is the smallest, so it can't be paired with another number, because then it wouldn't be the smallest. So, I'm just seeing what I got. If I knew it was equal, that would tell me a lot. I still don't know how many ones there are. Yeah, that would tell me a lot too. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to have to ask at least one, if not both of those questions. Let me think about this for a second. Because if I think I have to ask both. Because if once I know A, that'll narrow down if it's 5-5 or 3-3. Oh, I don't even know if there's a double number yet. Oh man, I have too many questions to ask. Okay. Yeah. I still don't know. Yeah, I don't know A, C, or E yet. I just know it's not triple. So let me ask E. I'm just gonna keep 1, 2, 3 rolling. Right? No, that's maybe a bad idea. Let's switch out numbers. I'll go 1, 4, 3. Switch it up just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. So 1, 4, 3. I'm gonna test E first because I really want to know if there's a double number. I'm dying to know if there's a double number. And it came back a check, so there is no double number. Okay, cool. That changes a lot. So 1, 4, 3. Boom. E came back a check, so that passed, meaning there are no double numbers. There's no repetition. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, well, I want to know the ones. I think I have to at least ask that one, and then I can guess on A at the end. Let's see. I gave it a 1, and it came back a fail. That means there are 0. There's 0 ones. So C came back a fail. 0 number ones. So that means that's not that. Triangle is the smallest. See, I think I could figure it out at this point. I think because I'm leaning towards square has to be 3. Because if square was 3, we know there's no repetition. And circle has to be odd. So that means circle would be 5. And that would also mean that triangle has to be 2. So 2, 3, 5. That answer would work. If square was greater than 3, we don't know anything about the order. We just know there's no repetition. So if square was greater than 3, let's say it's 4. Let's get a little crazy. See square is 4. Then we don't know. It could be 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 5. There's too many answers. Too many answers. I already found like 3. Could be, yeah, 3, 4, yeah. There's only so many things. It just, triangle has to be the smallest. That's like the main constraint. It's just there's no repetition. Triangle has to be the smallest. There's no ones. And we don't know if square is equal to 3. I'm guessing it is. Let's just say it is. Triangle has to be the smallest. That makes this a given. And if there's no repetition, that would make that. And that's the only answer that works. Now, if I do the other way around, the square is greater than 4 or 3. So if it's 4, it could be either of those. So it could be 3, 4, 5. It could be 2, 4, 3. There's already 2 answers, so it can't be. That just can't be. I think it has to be square is gonna be 3, That knocks that out. So then circle has to be 5. That can't be that. It has to be the smallest, so it has to be 2, 3, 5. That seems legit. I don't know. It seems legit. We'll see if I'm right. I don't feel incredibly confident in this answer, but 2, 3, 5. Let me zoom in a little bit. Is that correct? Okay. That was the right code. Cool. So now did I get it in enough tries? Add another round, that and that. Did I get it enough tries? So let's say it took me like 5. Yeah. I did. I got it in 5. It took 6. So the machine's a chump. It couldn't guess this code if its life depended on it. But yeah, that was Turing Machine. I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there. Had a lot of fun playing this again. Like I said, this is one of my favorite games. I play this pretty much every day. I play the solo challenge, the daily challenge that they do. Whenever I play this with other people, I generally like playing as co-op. I think using the site and playing as co-op is really fun. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what other people think once this actually gets brought to the masses here. I think, like I said, the next month is when I heard that it's supposed to be releasing. So really curious to hear what other people have to say about it. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream here. If you enjoyed watching, a like would be greatly, greatly appreciated. It really helps the channel, letting me know, that you like the content, and it lets me see, what people like, what people don't like. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.